What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Zeus bringing you another video. This one's for newer and experienced players both. Some things you may know, some things you may not. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Pretty much my channel is only based on PvP oriented things and stuff that you can do in PvP, whether that be PvP builds, X gameplay, tips and tricks, etc, etc. But this one falls under the tips and tricks category. So, if you guys are returning viewers to my channel, welcome back. It's good to have you here, and hope this helps in your gains, we'll say. Excuse me. So we'll just get right into it. Today's episode is going to be about making money in strictly PvP areas, okay? So I get a lot of questions on my channel and people messaging me and stuff on, well, how do you make money? How do you have so much money? First, I'm going to say I don't have a lot of money. It's just stuff that I've gained over a period of years. But there are a lot of ways that you can make money in ESO, especially if you're a PvPer, okay? So, a big one, something you can only do on the weekends, is the golden at each of the gates. I'm not sure on the red and yellows, but they're there. It's the golden, and sometimes you'll look up and they'll have some good stuff in here. This week, by chance, is Spinner's Jewelry, okay? Top end PvE and PvP gold jewelry, okay? I'm actually gonna buy 8 of them because 2 of them I'm gonna use for myself on certain builds, and 6 of them I'm gonna hold on to until the price goes up. Because see, the thing is about this gold jewelry, when it first drops in the golden, everybody loads up on it, okay? They'll buy as many as they can and they'll start posting it in guild stores, and the price is gonna be pretty cheap. Now eventually people are gonna want this jewelry again, and it's not gonna come out in the golden for a while. So I'm gonna hold on to it, put it in my guild bank, and sell it when the price goes up and people aren't needing it, okay? Or like don't have it from buying it themselves. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I really hope this helps you guys make those gains that you're looking for, whether it be for buying gear or buying potions or whatever else. So alrighty guys, this brings us to tip number 2, which is your daily quest from Cyrodiil, okay? So this little poster board or whatever, which is in the southern gate of DC, not sure on the other alliances, but there's a daily quest that you can get into Cyrodiil. Now there's like 4 or 5 random quests that it'll give you every day. Now this is account based, so you can only do it on 1 character per day, but you grab this quest, you complete it. There's like capture 3 keeps, capture 9 resources, kill 40 players, and I'm not sure on the other ones, but there's a couple quests that you can do, and once you complete them, you'll come back to this little board here, and it'll give you the Arena's Gladiator proofs, okay? So you don't sell these, but you bring it over here to this little vendor. Again, on the other gates, I'm not sure where they are, but after you get so many, you can purchase different things, okay? So I think it's the war researcher, yep. And then you can trade those proofs in for other things. So the big one is the Arena Gladiator costume. So you need 50 of them to get the costume, and that costume, I think in PS4 NA, is roughly 600k gold. So like if you're doing PvP every day and you're doing your other quests and stuff, this is a nice little bonus that you can have, because eventually you'll have enough for a costume. Again, 600k is a lot of money, especially in one big go. Now it might take some time to sell this costume because it's been out for a while, but eventually you will find somebody that is either A, willing to buy it to make some more money off of it, or B, somebody that doesn't have it and doesn't do PvP. Now, money tip number trace is using your AP to buy boxes in the towns. So Valastrius is the big one. You can go to the town over there in Valastrius, and as long as you own it, you can talk to an NPC there that you can buy potentates boxes. In those boxes is just jewelry and weapons, but the main thing you're going there for is the jewelry and the shield in the one hands. So the meta right now is backbar potentates, so this method might not be viable in the future, but as of currently, the shields themselves are selling for roughly 60 to 100k a piece. So if you look up and get a shield, it's 80k in the bank, boys. It's big money. So, and the sword I think is roughly around 20k, I think. But you're going for the shield and the jewelry. The jewelry you can deconstruct for purple zircon grains, which you can refine for platings. So every 10 zircon grains that you get, you can make a plating out of, and every plating is roughly 20 to 25k a piece. So money in the bank, boys. Alright guys, this brings us to tip numero 40, and it is grinding in the sewers. Sewers is a fantastic place to make money. I will always endorse the sewers, mainly because it's one of my favorite places to go to PvP. But the sewers, there's a system called Tel-var. It's basically like another currency that's not tradable, but you can buy things for it. But to farm Tel-var, the best and easiest way to do that is to go to a district, have your 3 times multiplier, which is 1,000 Tel-var on you, and you go around each district killing bosses, okay? So each boss individually, if you kill it by yourself and own the districts, is worth 14,000 Tel-var. If nobody else gets a hit on it and there's nobody else, it's 14,000. But if you do it with a buddy or with a few more people, it's less Tel-var. So like if you do it with 2 people, it's 7,000 Tel-var. Now to get the best bonus possible, you can have over 10,000 stones and own the district, so you get the 4 times multiplier and a 33% bonus for having that particular district when you're killing a boss. Now after you kill the boss, they drop a few things. Mainly it's gear that you can sell. I think it's the ornate trait. It's 280%. It's worth a couple hundred a piece. And key fragments. Stacks of key fragments are like 20 to 30k a piece. And the Tel-var in and of itself is what you're really aiming for, but those are just a bonus for killing the thing, okay? Now another way to generate Tel-var, if you're not comfortable doing district bosses or whatever, or something you want to do by yourself, is you want to go ahead and take Arboretum. And the ads in here are pretty tight packed or whatever, but this is the best place to generate Tel-var other than that, because the ads, majority of the ads give about 100 Tel-var a piece on average, especially the bigger ones. It's easy to run through, and I think just in doing one circle around this district or whatever, I gained about 5,000 Tel-var. A little time consuming, and you do make a little bit less Tel-var, but it's a lot less dangerous as far as a solo play or whatever, so because you just run around killing ads that don't hit very hard and they give a lot of loot, whether it be key fragments or Tel-var. So now say you're to the point where you have a lot of stones on you and you don't feel comfortable keeping them, so you don't want to lose them. There are ways that you can get back to base. You can either run through the sewers, you can use a Sigil of Imperial Retreat, which you can buy for 10k AP in the vendor that I'll show you here in a second, or you can do it the free way, which is queue up for a campaign and travel for free, and then travel back to the sewers and bank your stones. And then from the bank you can either go to the vendor and buy some stuff, or just bank your stones and continue farming. Now once you get a bunch of Tel-var saved up, you can go to the Tel-var merchant down here, and he has a lot of things to offer, but the big 2 things that you want to invest your Tel-var in would be the Kajos, which are roughly 10 to 14k depending on the market, and the apothecary parcels. The apothecary parcels have random alchemy ingredients, but the big key ones you're looking for are the ones that make big name pots or other things. So that would be Bugless, Cornflower, Columbine, Lady Smock, Powdered Mother of Pearls. But I did end up dropping 400,000 Tel-var in a previous video, and I'll link that down in the description if you guys are interested in the results. But out of the 400,000 Tel-var that I ended up spending, I made roughly 1.7 million gold. So, you know, hands down, I'm always gonna recommend going to the sewers for anybody that's interested in making money, because it's a big money maker and it's fun to do in the process. I mean, it's a great place to PvP, it's a great place to make money. I mean, you get the best of both worlds. So yes, I'm always going to recommend the sewers. This brings us to tip number 5, which is doing BGs. BGs is a huge money maker. You can join a BG by going to the activity finder and queuing up for a random BG. Now, BGs I know can be aggravating because it's solo PvP, but no CP, and there's a lot of proc sets and stuff that, you know, you kind of have to deal with, and just the way people play sometimes in no CP BGs is kind of aggravating. But at the end of every BG you will get rewards, and out of those rewards you can get purple jewelry. And the purple jewelry itself is kind of valuable if you wanted to sell it individually, but all I do is deconstruct it, because out of every 10 zircon grains that you get, you can make 1 zircon plating, and those platings sell from anywhere from 20 to 25k. Now some of this jewelry is from previously from the potentate stuff and other BGs that we had went to the towns and got, but out of all of it, I mean, out of just the jewelry that I had from my mail and the potentates, we made like a little bit over 60-70k. So the blue platings are like 11k, I think, 11 to 12k, and the purple ones are 20 to 25k. So this is just a nice little bonus that you get from doing all your random stuff. So just something to think on, just something, a little bit extra money. Now this one is not PvP related, but this is, I guess, kind of PvE related. But getting your skill lines up to 50 on all your characters that you're not playing and respecing to make them kind of like a crafter, a huge money maker is doing writs. Your daily writs. You can do it on each character every single day, and it gives you the chance to get gold mats, improving materials, etc., etc. But once you do your daily writs, you pull the writs off the board. Here in Wardenfell, Wardenfell is just my place to go. It's just easy to access, and you can turn them in easy on the other side. So you do your little quests, you make your armor and your weapons that it tells you to do for the quest, and you go to the chests, turn them in. They give you these little boxes, and you open up the boxes and you have the chance for gold materials. The gold materials itself are pretty valuable, or you can use them yourself to improve your gear if you don't have gold gear. So it's just a nice little side money that you can do every day on every character that you have your skill lines up. So money's money. Now, here we are at the last and final tip, which is crafting. I know it's not PvP related, but it's something you can do in like 5 minutes and you can make money and fill up your traders and, move on. Now, there are all kinds of different foods that you can make. The big ones are the ones that are used in PvE and PvP. Lava foot is a huge one right now. Bewitched sugar skulls is a huge one right now. The other ones are like witch mothers and dubious Cameron throne. All of these have huge margins, and they're super easy to make now that you can create multiple of them. But the dubious, say if you make 100 of each of these, this is what you can expect to make out of 100, just 100. And then you can go back to PvP. And the dubious, you can make about 80k, or 800 per craft is about roughly what you make. The witch mothers is about 500 a craft, which is 50k for 100. The lava foot, huge margins. Per craft, you make 1,000 gold. So you can just make 100 and make 100k. It's easy money. Now the sugar skulls are roughly about 400 profit per craft, so 40k for every 100. But it's free money. Alrighty guys, we're approaching the end of the video. Like always, I hope my videos did something to help you guys out in the long run. And if you guys did enjoy the video and did learn something from this video, make sure you drop a line in that comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the whole YouTube spiel. The notification bell after you subscribe lets you know anytime that I upload a video, so that way you won't ever miss one. So anyway, like always, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces.